Battle Cast. We are the cast and crew of Death Battle. I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
I'm Sam, I write.
I'm Noel, I edit stuff like this.
I don't know why I do that. I've never written shit with a pen, like ever. Like I've never like been like, time to do a new Death Battle. Like, like
It's been that long since he's written anything.
He's like, I don't even remember which one to use.
Well, and thank you to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this week's episode of Death Battle Cast. Stick around, we'll have a special deal for you with them later on in the show. Yeah. But we've got Noel here, the editor for a lot of Death Battles, including the one that's coming up next, Jotaro versus Kenshiro.
Kenshiro, yes. Thank you for having me, guys.
Do you secretly hope that you had like Meiji Kusanagi's ability to just shoot her fingers out and like type like that? Could you imagine the editing skills?
I wanted to be Tom Cruise for a bit and do the like. And can we do that? Can I?
Do it?
Or can, you know, like
that's the next version
Minority
of the set.
Report. You know, where he's just like doing movements and gang signs and stuff like that. Or can I just be Tony Hawk, where he just does this move?
No, that's Tony Stark.
I said Tony Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
He's the Avenger that we don't talk about a lot.
Wouldn't that be fucking badass if like it's like, you know, Thanos shows up and then Tony Hawk does a dope 980 over him on the 900. Sorry, I don't fucking know what spins are.
That's
like,
it.
You should.
Yeah, whatever. I'm old, dog.
Didn't you guys skate for like 20 years?
Yeah, that's I was about to give him so much shit for
Yeah, I
980
also
and then
had
he
like
backed out
a
of it.
terrible concussion, so like a lot of it's blank. Really.
All right, I guess that's fair. Well, anyway, Noel,
yes.
You're not often on Death Battle Cast, so I'd love to talk about, you know, a little bit about editing and stuff like that in a bit. But definitely make sure to stay tuned next week as Kenshiro versus Jotaro airs. This is the first time a JoJo character and a Fist of the North Star character is appearing in Death Battle, so we're super excited to share that with you. We've also got a DBX coming up this weekend. I believe it's Hulk versus Juggernaut?
Yes.
Yes. Corian's not here to pitch it or to,
I can pretend.
Sell it, so I'm kind of like, it's one of those episodes that we're supposed to be making.
You like big guys who go
pretend.
punchy stuff? There you
What does
go.
Torian do exactly?
That's what this one does.
He's like, yeah, it's pretty dope. Oh, yeah.
Torian wears costumes, and then he misunderstands things, and he gets really excited.
So, Noel, you
Dumbledore.
got to do your best to. Perfect. Who is that, Noel?
I don't know who that is. That's Zach Morris. I don't know.
He wouldn't know who Zach Morris was.
Okay, Solid Snake.
There you go. Pliskin.
All right, well, I did want to talk a little bit about, well, let's chat a bit about editing, actually.
Yeah.
So as an editor for a show, like, can you kind of explain what your role is?
Okay, so Sam
For like
writes.
newbies who don't know what editing is.
Okay, so Sam writes things, makes it incredibly difficult for me. No, I'm joking.
That's usually it.
But no, I mean, in the end, you know, like we're just working together. Sam comes up with some dope shit, you know, is getting to the facts about each character, and it's my job to go ahead and just piece it together visually. You know, try to find the appropriate clips, try to tell some funny jokes occasionally, sneak them in there every once in a while. But other than that, really just kind of help the process. Basically, I guess creating the visual aspect that matches the audio, I suppose.
Well, and the audio aspect, you know, because you cut up the audio.
I do that as well, don't I? Yes.
You also used to do a lot of the audio for the fights.
Yes, that's true. That's true. The last one that I did was Black Panther versus Batoman. So that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool.
It's my favorite character, Batoman.
Batoman.
When does that come out? The weird Japanese Batman thing?
I don't know.
Ninja Batman or whatever?
Ninja Batman.
Batman, yeah.
Yeah. Sometime this year, I think.
I want to watch that.
If you don't know what he's talking about, look up Ninja Batman when you're done here.
Or type Batoman.
Also, if you want to find out about a really weird arcade game that used to exist, it's called Ninja Baseball Batman. That's a real thing, and it's awesome.
It's not the Batman you're thinking of, though.
It's not.
No, it's just a man with a bat. They just
real
take like the 5 most popular words, right?
It's something like that.
Yeah.
We tried to actually buy the license to it at one point because it's so good and we wanted to publish it. Anyway.
How much
well, it was
Who
just
owns
like
it?
the
Who's just
person
sitting
didn't
on
want
it?
to give it up, which is a mistake.
Ninja Baseball
but-
Batman.
Back in the editing thing, yeah, pretty much Noel handles the whole process after, you know, script is done and Ben and I have voiced, and it's his job to literally take our antics in the booth and cut it together to a nice, easy to follow pacing and get rid of our bullshit improv crap.
Before Noel has it, it's generally incoherent ramblings, especially without visual context, which makes it near impossible to follow.
Right, and then he has to sort through all of the content. So like we were dealing with comic characters who've also had movies, TV shows, spin-off comics, who knows, right? So like, it's his job to sort through all that stuff, and you know, basically what you guys see when we're talking about things, that's his job to present the correct information
this right here.
and put it all together to make this coherent.
This is how you edit?
This is how I edit, and
Does it go right up on your face?
The mouse is like right over
For
here.
like each death battle, how many gigabytes do you usually download like in collective, like visuals and stuff?
Honestly, roughly anywhere from like the 30 gigs to higher, just depending on the video.
30 gigs is like on the low end.
That's on the low end, yeah. Like
Low.
that's whenever we're finding, you know, just like 480p, you know, 4:3 type stuff. But then when we want to
What's
find
like
that,
a large, like
Exactly.
for a character that has a lot of stuff, like a comic book character.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I try to keep mine within that like 30 to 50 gig. Now, you know, again, like doing that
Because you're organized.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm
download what
trying
needs to be downloaded
Exactly.
and
Yes.
place it
Yeah.
on-
Yeah.
But
I
if you're
kinda-
not organized, it can get up
it
to
can
like
get
150.
massive. Yeah.
200.
And I'm really too lazy to go through like all of that. So I just kind of take what I need, make sure it tells a story, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Back when I was editing, I'd had a computer. I think that was back when I had like a 500 gig computer. Before all these terabytes and stuff. Death Battle's old, right? but it would fill up the computer. So I'd get up to like 300 gigs of content and be like, shit, I gotta sift through all this stuff.
Yep.
You killed 2 computers.
I did. One of them was mine. I volunteered my own computer and I killed it. It sucked.
You need more RAM.
One of them was right
glowy
before
RAM.
convention too, and we were supposed to air a thing, and it was bad.
Actually,
That was the one we
ScrewTech never
took.
reimbursed me for that computer. So like, hey Chad, you think maybe?
I have no knowledge of that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. The big thing with editing is we've talked quite a bit on the show before about how much information Death Battle has to get across in a very timely and concise manner, and so it becomes like a really big task for the show to be able to edit it in such a way that is presentable, is like easy to understand, clear, especially with a lot of information all at once, and also fun to watch.
Yep.
And so it's a very tedious editing in general. If you've ever tried editing a video, it's not hard to like jump in and try. It's hard to master. It's one of those things easy to learn, hard to master. But no matter how much of a master you are, it's always tedious.
Exactly.
Tedious as hell. It takes forever.
But I will thank you guys, because in order to make it fun, it starts with you guys. You know, just making that script fun makes it way easier for me to just, you know, kind of spice it up, add to it. So I appreciate you guys for that. Sam, thank you.
Trying to get jokes in there.
But it's so funny, like
Making the team work.
Yeah.
every aspect of Noel's life is like based around film in some way. It's so funny. This guy is so passionate about it. Like we walked into a room the other day. It was a company party, and we walked in, and for some reason, like the lights were really green. Like you walked into like this green haze, and he walked up to me, and he's just like, "I'm freaking out right now because I want to color correct this room so bad." Like
I can safely say it was roughly anywhere from 4,000 to 4,400 Kelvin in that room, and I could not take it. Could not take it. I had to color correct it.
he'll see someone else's screen that's editing something, and he'll come over. He's always tries to be so polite about it too. He's like, "Can I just like, can I see that for just a second? Like, cause I just need to." He goes, "Okay, it's color corrected now, and it looks good." Okay.
I feel better. And then I'll just disappear into the shadows.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have a special little sneak peek for the upcoming episode to share with you guys. Yeah. Some of the fight animation for Jotaro versus Kenshiro. So,
Real quick before we roll it, do you want to give him just a little heads up that, just a little talk that this one's being animated by Zach?
I was going to say that afterwards, but okay.
Okay,
It's being animated by Zach. If you've been watching Death Battle for a while, you know he's one of our recurring 2D animators. And for this one, he's been doing something a little special.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and pull that up.
I thought it was a dead dog at first.
Oh no! 誰だおめえはおいジジイやるっていうのなら相手になろう場所を選ぶ そこが貴様の死に場所だ。やっぱりお前は態度がでかいな。
Totally thought we opened up on a dead dog at first. I was like, what the? Oh, wait.
So apparently, Zach, his trademark thing that he puts in, or he tries to put into every one of his animations is a dead or dying squirrel?
Yes.
And we didn't
This is
know
the
this,
thing.
and this is like the 6th one he's done for us, and apparently there's like dead squirrels in all of them.
He's
Really?
mentioned, he's mentioned it to me before, but it's been very like,
They're just
It
like
hasn't
in
been
the
a big deal.
background and stuff.
it hasn't been
Like,
obvious until this exact moment. Although I'm pretty sure its squirrel died in, or was in Captain Marvel vs.
It starts at the very beginning when the Dragon Ball's in the tree. Yeah.
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 What's Zach's problem with squirrels?
He just hates squirrels, I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Or he just loves animating them.
What
Just so happens to have them die because it's death battle?
What happens? So we can't let him animate Squirrel Girl if we ever do that.
Oh shit. We have to have him animate Squirrel Girl. Oh man. But yes, that is the just a little sneak peek of the animation for the episode that airs next week. That'll be up for first members on Monday and on YouTube the following Wednesday. So we're very excited to show you the rest of that. And yeah, Zach's been doing a killer job with that animation.
It's been really cool.
Absolutely.
This one, I think, is probably the favorite one I've ever worked on because it just is so, like, it hits both the demographics of Fist of the North Star and JoJo, like, really, really well. And, like, you know, obviously Joseph's there with the whole oh no and stuff. And, like, it just plays really well with
Yeah, I noticed everybody in the chat going, oh no, Joseph, don't be collateral. Like, everybody thinks he's gonna die now.
Yeah.
Maybe he will, maybe he won't, we'll see.
We'll see.
But,
sometimes we do that.
Yeah, we love throwing in little Easter eggs and kind of like jokes and callbacks to the shows that, you know, we're obviously pulling the characters from, and Joseph getting involved or at least watching the fight well, we won't spoil everything. I don't want to spoil everything, so we're gonna stop talking right now.
Well, the only thing I do want to say is I saw a lot of speculation. One of the biggest things people were debating with this fight coming up was what Kenshiro was going to be able to do against Jotaro's stand. Because
Well, I don't want to talk about that either.
I don't want to talk about that either, but we showed a little bit of the animation where there was some conflict there.
Maybe.
They were talking.
Maybe.
They're already going nuts. We'll see. Anyway.
Well, you got to get that Ada versus Ora.
Of course, you have
right?
to.
If we didn't do that, then everybody would say, what the fuck? You got to redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
That Aura thing was like, I think that's literally the reason the whole fight happened.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
people were like,
to
that
an
would be
extent.
cool. And we were like, yeah, that kind of would be cool. Okay.
We should have had them talk it out. Like that. That was it. They just settled the differences by just saying Ada and Aura, and they understand.
Like all
their
of a sudden,
Pokemon?
They understand. each other.
Ora.
All right,
And
well.
then Pikachu shows up and says, I love you. And then everyone loses their fucking mind because Pikachu shouldn't talk.
Have you seen the Detective Pikachu trailer?
That's fucking weird, dude. He's talking, he's like, and he's like lazy and shit. What the hell? Who thought that was the direction to take Pikachu?
Well, somebody saw the joke about Danny DeVito voicing him and went, well, we can't get Danny DeVito, but that's fucking hilarious, so let's do it anyway.
do you think they even asked Danny DeVito?
Probably not.
No.
Some reporter, I think, asked him if he had heard anything about it, and he said he hadn't. So I don't think they even bothered.
He probably would have done it.
I feel like
Enough money
Danny
he would've
DeVito, I don't even feel like it's that much money. I just think DeVito does like
He does what he
a
wants.
lot of stuff. Like he did that weird M&M commercial for the Super Bowl. Like if he's gonna do that shit, like he'll be Pikachu.
And also, like, he did Sunny because, like, he just thought it was awesome and he stuck around and, like, helped. There was a different celebrity that was supposed to be there and he came in and did it as a favor and then loved working on the show.
Well, they had a guy bail out, and
Yeah.
the show was getting canceled without him because they were going to cancel the show unless they got an A-lister on the show.
Yeah.
And then so they were like, we have no more show. And Danny was like, I guess I'll stay and do it. Like,
Yeah.
And then
He was
so
also a penguin.
Now we're, yeah.
He was
yeah.
the penguin.
Might as well be a Pikachu.
God, dude, that scene where, like, the black blood's coming out of his mouth and he's talking.
And he's eating that
There's
fish.
a lot of messed up scenes in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he eats that fish.
That was just gross.
Yeah, that's
And then he produced Matilda, right?
Did he?
fucked up.
I knew he was the dad.
Yeah.
Which is even more bad. Oh, that's awesome.
I
didn't know he produced
I haven't
it.
let my daughter watch that movie. I don't think.
Why?
It's just a fucking dark, weird, twisted movie. That's like
Which one, Matilda? Or?
Matilda?
Okay, not Batman Returns.
no.
I'm pretty sure Matilda's actual parents died during the filming of Matilda too.
What?
Yeah, and Danny DeVito and his wife like adopted her for a long time.
I heard that rumor.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah. Anyway, we don't need to speculate about Matilda.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That's
God.
yeah. And then there's that penguin funeral. You remember that?
Wait. Too Shy
That was-
Shy.
yeah.
Too Shy in the chat. You said, is Kaiji Tang Detective Pikachu? He voiced Zoro for us.
Oh, really?
I believe he was the voice of Zoro.
Is he really?
Good for him.
But
If that's right, then yeah, we know him.
sweet.
I didn't realize that he was
Let's get Detective Pikachu.
And you said it
on
was
the show.
horrible. He's great. He's
Sounds
fantastic.
great. He's
No.
the best sounding Pikachu we've ever seen.
I don't think he sounds bad. I just think that
Right.
like, if it was gonna be Danny DeVito, do Danny DeVito, you know. But
But no, it's also like there's nothing to do with the quality of his voice acting. That's fine. I think it's fucking weird that they went that direction
no, like
with
the
Pikachu.
guy is nailing 50s noir Pikachu. It's just that like our problem is, did we ask for 50s noir Pikachu? Like that's what's happening. Like
I did. I think it's
mean,
awesome.
Really?
I think, well, dude, like as much as the trailer was paced fucking poorly,
Well, that's just
it
Nintendo's
was
trailers in general.
stupid. But they had that quick attack joke in there. That shit got me. I was like, oh shit.
What if
Like, I'm a fat old bastard too, Pikachu. I knew what's up. Like I don't want to walk either. Like you know, like I don't know. I was on Pikachu's side.
what if it's like really dark and gritty and like
Dude,
violent?
I'm totally fucking in. Like
That'll sell me.
Like starts like a
hell yeah.
Professor Layton kind of childish kind of thing, but it just gets steadily darker and more violent.
Like
They
the
find
next
him murdered.
trailer, there's just like a dead Charizard with his head like stuffed
Yeah, yeah.
in like top of a Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Like,
a Ditto's
like
been
what happened here? Like
As long as Pichu says, yeah, see? Like, I just want to hear that.
he
As long
stopped
as we
the
get
Ditto sex trafficking ring.
It's like, yeah, fuck you. That's what I was
I
trying to
know,
go to, you
do.
son of a
I
bitch.
already know the jokes you're gonna
Yeah,
make.
yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna talk about Ditto fucking, because that's what they do. Like, fucking A.
I was gonna say Ditto
So
got sold in
colorful.
the sex trade. Thanks, bud.
I just want him to smoke as much as like Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah.
And I want him to have like out of all the Pokestops in this town, you walk into mine. That's all I want. I just want a Casablanca joke. Like that's it. If they're gonna go noir, that's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
He puts a lady Pikachu on a plane at the end. Like, get out of here.
Oh, that was good.
That'd be good.
I'm all about it now.
Maybe we can put Detective Pikachu in a death battle against Sherlock Holmes or something. I don't know. No, Conan.
Yeah.
Detective
Yeah.
Pikachu versus Conan.
Detective Conan.
Is
Detective
Detective Pikachu's name Sherlock Holmes?
Oh,
damn.
That cannot. That has to be.
that was good.
That's so easy. That can't be a thing.
I appreciate that though. There was a nuance to that one that I really appreciate.
I think I was like the lowest hanging fruit I've ever found.
It's not the lowest hanging fruit we've ever had on this show.
Definitely not.
No.
I'll give you that.
It certainly could have been amped up.
Shit. See, that's better.
I thought of that. I'm glad I didn't have the camera on me because I was thinking the whole time.
We better bolt out of this conversation.
Quick attack or some.
Everyone's looking at me to make a pun. I'm like,
Your
nah.
turn, Ben.
No, just do the ad read, Chad. That's cool.
Oh, okay. Well, have I got a high charged deal for you? So, listen, you guys, Dollar Shave Club has been a longtime sponsor of the show, and you guys have heard all about the razors, and I hope you're starting to realize that they do much more than just razors. They deliver everything to you, everything that you need to look, smell, and feel your best. That's shampoo, body wash, toothpaste, even got butt wipes, which will change your life, believe me. And of course, the best razors we've ever used. We get amazing high quality shaves every morning using the Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor. And if you guys haven't seen that thing, it's awesome. It's like got a weighty handle, got a bunch of nice blades. It works really, really well, especially when combined with their Dr. Carver's shave butter. If it's your first time hearing about this, that will change your world. It is somebody developed, it's clear shaving cream. So you can put it on, or shave butter, it's not even cream. So you put it on, it's super smooth, you can see what you're doing, and it is I talk about it a lot because I feel like that's something that was just a genius invention. It helps the razor glide gently across your skin. You just have to experience it. And then another must-have experience is how Dollar Shave Club delivers everything straight to you. I hate going to the store, Lots of people hate going to the store. So you just sign up and it gets delivered to you, and you always have the stuff that you need right at your disposal. That means no more trips to the store, wandering the aisles hunting for razors or shampoo, toothpaste, then having to play at being a cashier, scanning and bagging your own stuff. For a mind-blowing experience, join Dollar Shave Club today, and for just $5 with free shipping, you'll get the 6-blade executive razor plus trial sizes of shave butter, body cleanser, and 1-wipe Charlie's butt wipes. Then keep the blades coming for a few bucks more a month. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/cast. That's dollarshaveclub.com/cast. Check it out if you're a person who needs to shave for whatever reason, or if you're a person that needs to do things in the bathroom. So pretty much everybody, give it a shot.
You need to wipe your butt.
Yeah.
And you do. Please, God, tell me you are. This is a product for you.
Yep.
Were you here last time when I was talking about my theory about butt wipes?
No, please tell me. I'm all about butt wipes.
Butt wipes, their popularity correlates directly with the popularity of eating ass. And I think it's because of hygiene.
Yep. All right. Thank you for that, Sam.
Did I talk about the reverse poop thing as well last time?
No. You don't need
talk
to
about
get
this?
into that.
I think you did. I think it was on a sudden death, so.
Oh, okay. Get a first.
First members.
It's a good hypothetical, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for
You
that.
know about the reverse poop.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm
you
actually
spent like
debating
a whole
it.
day, like.
I was debating
so what
it
about-
like it was actually a thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I could make this choice and have a subscription to reverse pooping.
Yeah.
I'm all about that. If it's Benjamin buttoning,
Yeah.
I'm all about
Benjamin
reverse-
Button.
Okay.
Is that what it
Yeah.
Benjamin
Okay.
Butting?
All right, guys. I'm gonna stop this right now because I want to know what's going on.
With reverse poop. Well, you
Not
see,
with
Ben.
reverse poop.
That was a good intro though. I like
Not with that. I want to know what's going on with everything dying.
What?
It's really sad. Stephen Hawking died. That's really about
Way to just take us into this segment, Ben. God damn. Hey, reverse pooping. Ha ha. Stephen Hawking died.
Yeah, but it's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
You know what
You
else?
probably appreciate a good hypothetical, like that of the reverse poop conundrum.
Maybe if he'd done it, he'd still be alive to
Can
this
we
day.
stop talking about poop?
You know what else is going on? Sorry, broadcast for derailing. Did y'all see that Sonic, not the hedgehog, but the food franchise is making a pickle slushie? I fuck with it.
Ugh.
I
God,
like
no.
pickles. Pickle juice, goddamn delicious.
What the fuck are you talking about?
pickle juice.
Sonic, not the hedgehog, the restaurant, is making a pickle slushie.
That is fucking disgusting.
That sounds
I want
delish.
nothing to do
How did
with
they do
that.
research
No.
for
They're
that?
the
I think
drink
a little.
stop.
I
They
think
can do whatever they
I
want.
think you smash it
Not
with a little
that.
bit of Sprite. Oh, give it a pop. It's gonna be great. Gonna be
Oh,
great.
No, that's whatever.
No, that's pickle. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's a picture I saw on the thing that was
See,
like,
that's,
hey, pickle
that's
slushie.
misleading, because you could trick me, because like if that was like, hey, it's lime. I'd be
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's a-
And then I'd vomit.
I really wouldn't want a lime slushie. That sounds terrible.
What?
It sounds too much.
And
Like-
pickle's
like-
not
like-
enough.
well, no.
Pickle's not enough.
I like a lime and something, yes, of course, but just lime? Like a lime and tequila slushie.
There
I'm
you go.
in, I'm in.
I don't even know if I'd drink it with alcohol in it, dude.
The pickle one?
Yeah.
Yo.
I know you're thinking Wickle.
What?
Yeah.
What
Yo,
is a
we
Wickle?
used to chase shots of whiskey with picklebacks all the
This
time.
is we. I was not including that. I don't touch pickle anything.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Oh, the last time I did that, I threw up a lot. but
Anyway, that's why Stephen Hawking
that was a
died.
lesson.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Toys R Us died because of it.
Oh, yeah, dude, that sucks. Oh, man.
Yo, okay, like I was a half-second sad about this Toys R Us shit, and then I saw a comic that was like all nostalgia, and it was about a kid going to Toys R Us, and he got Sonic 2, and he like pulled the little paper thing out of the slip and took it to the cashier, and like I was like, man, nostalgia, and then I was like, that's a poor system.
No, because then they took you to the cage.
yeah,
They took you to the
yeah,
cage in the
cage,
van.
and they
That's what
unlock
made
it.
it so goddamn special, was you're going to the cage.
I guess
Ooh.
it made it special as a child, but as an adult, all I saw was like, yeah, y'all should have updated that business model. No wonder you're dead. Like,
Well, okay, so let me rebuttal to that, because like I have a defense for the paper thing. Toys R Us used to do a thing where if you were a kid and you went to the contest, if you won,
Yes.
you got to do
Shopping
the whole
spree.
shopping spree. As a kid, I had a game plan. All these little fuckboy kids are all about, no. I'm gonna run and grab the bike and grab this.
Yeah,
It's way
yeah.
too big. No, you run to the video game section, grab all the paper, shove it into your cart. There's plenty of room for everything. Then when you go back, you've got like 50,000 copies of like Super Mario World. Flip the mugs, just flip them, flip them.
They unlocked the cage for the shopping
They
spree.
did, oh,
Yeah.
even better.
So, like, that was what I always thought too. You see the footage they do. They always go over the bike and whatever. Like, I was like, I would go straight to that
F the
cage.
bikes.
And I'd just throw that shit. I remember planning it. Same thing.
I think every child had planned a shopping spree.
Never won
Oh, yeah.
that thing. though.
Absolutely.
But not anymore.
Never
like,
won it.
Because like that's what like Ben's saying. You know, the Toys R Us is closing down because it's too convenient online. People are shopping online.
I
Don't
feel
get me wrong.
like
Like I love
that's-
Amazon. I'm part of the problem.
I
But-
feel
No, get careful with that. A lot of people are complaining about like, the consumer is the problem because they're like going for the more convenient like route and buying stuff online, and Amazon is the new like
Nah,
company
bullshit.
killer or whatever, which is kind of true, but also like
No.
Toys R Us when it first came about was also a company killer.
Mhm.
It killed a bunch of mom and pop toy like smaller toys stores.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest reasons why Toys R Us is going out is because it was horribly in debt.
Also,
Horribly in debt.
get me,
And-
get me in your stores. There's plenty of brick and mortars that are doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Update your
a lot of
fucking game.
I saw so many people complaining online that like, I'll never be able to take my kid to a toy store. They'll never get the joy of going to a toy store. I'm like, I can Google
motherfucker.
toy store right now and find like 50 of them.
Yeah, I
Well,
saw
not
that
as
same
big,
shit, and
right,
I was
as
like,
Toys R
nah,
Us,
dog,
sure.
you're just
That's what I
like a
was
bad's ad. Like, that's all. Like, Google, hit up, like, there's fucking toy stores, you moron.
There's a difference too, because like, you know, like we'd been like out about in like a mom and pop toy store. We'd taken Kira into that, right?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this is cool. But then the first time I took her to Toys R Us, she lost her mind because she like walked in and she's like, this is all toys? It's like, yes, this entire store is toys. And she was just like blown away. And it was like this super cool experience. So all we need is Amazon. Amazon can just create Amazon Toy Store. And they can ship from it. And then we can still have that experience, and then that's fine. We just surrender to Amazon. Damn! What did the giraffe do?
That was like last week. That huge dip right there.
What did he do? He's like,
He bumped up his prices and didn't pay his debts. That's kind of what happened.
Didn't they have like a zebra gum knockoff?
no, the zebra gum. People like to combine those.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's zebra stripe gum.
Is this a
They
Mandela
sold them in
effect?
Toys R Us.
I remember getting the gum. It
stripes?
was zebra stripe because they had little tattoo things on the gum wrap. Yeah, that's right.
Zebra stripe gums. If it's something about the commercials were very similar. A lot of people confuse those. The zebra stripe gum
Yeah.
and Toys R Us. But yeah.
Well, if the stores
Anyway.
are liquidating, please, Toys R Us, for the sake of humanity as an adult, just let me run through your store to relive my childhood
That'd be
of the
great.
shopping spree. Just let me
What
do
I'm
that.
thinking
Just
is
let
that
me do
our generation was so attached to the concept of a shopping spree like that like now an adult store, like if Bed Bath & Beyond gave me that opportunity, I would fuck it up. Like I need a towel
Grown up?
seat and some
How
damn
old are
grown
you?
up. Yeah, it's gangster as fuck.
If I could do that at CVS, I'd save a bundle.
You're like, ooh, a waffle maker.
So many
I want
vitamins.
this.
Like, shit, my knees ain't gonna be hurting for years. Like,
No, I would too. I'd be on board with that. Let's do
yeah,
it.
dude, it'd be great.
Let's
You
call
buy
it
the
Bed Bath &
mirrors,
New
Beyond.
towels, yeah.
The makeup mirrors that show you all your pores and make you feel terrible. as a
Shower
person.
caddies. Oh, the ones that you
50 of them.
spend like, yeah.
50 of those.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a shopping spree in an Amazon warehouse?
Oh, jeez.
The hardest thing about that is it'd be so large. You'd have to like really plan your route.
What's the biggest thing they sell at Amazon? Because I know they sell like 4-person saunas.
More than that. That's what I was gonna say. So like,
They sold Nissan Leafs for a while, which is a
That's a
car.
vehicle.
yeah,
like,
I can tell you they sell like up to like 7-person hot tubs,
yeah.
which is crazy. And like,
How you know 7-person specifically?
Because I was
Say it.
looking through hot tubs. And so like, listen, it has been a dream of April and I's to always have a hot tub. Sam knows, we've talked about it forever.
Yeah.
And so like,
They getting close to hot tub money. That's new money. New money right there. New money.
New money.
after the stock thing, we're looking. So I was looking around, and then that popped up. And the thing that fucking blew my mind is like, and it's Prime. And I'm like, how the fuck is the 7-person
Did you ever
hot
see
tub
when they
Prime?
delivered the Nissan Leafs? They came in giant Prime boxes. Like they didn't even deliver. It was a car in a Prime box. Like it was obviously they put it in a box for the novelty, but still they were just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Like, was it-
That's a Nissan Leaf getting delivered. They were just like, here's your car.
See, I was kind of hoping it would be the car in a box, but the tires are still exposed.
Oh, that's a
so
Versa.
So the box is driving down the street. That I would prefer.
And then somebody will die.
You cut out the front as well. You know,
We got
What about the back and the sides?
We got
all
fucking
you need-
cameras.
well,
Put
legally,
cameras.
how many like windows do you need visible? Legally,
All
like
of
2
them.
of them, right?
No, 4.
4? Okay, well then there you go, Amazon.
One
Make
on
it
each
happen.
side.
All I'm thinking about right now is how much of a
don't need the
bitch
back
that
window.
would be to like.
Oh, you're right. You don't.
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
You can do the 3 windows.
How do you? I guess you could just lift it off. Surely it's not on the bottom too.
What do you do with the box
Surely they just
afterwards?
put it
How do
over
they get
it.
it off?
What do you do with that?
It's got to be just set over it because if the car's actually in that, then that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
I mean, it probably is.
That's a lot of tape.
But they want the person to come out like, and obviously he had it delivered to his office because he wants to show off to his fucking coworkers.
What a dick.
Where does he work at? Woofs? Does that say Woofs? I
Yeah,
can't
I believe
tell.
it says woofs or it's whoops.
Whoops.
We're not sure.
Whoops, there it
Oops,
is.
I ordered a car.
Whoops, there it is. Jokes.
All right. Well, guess what else is dying?
God.
Our bees.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go into this again.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of important. I mean, bees
I know.
kinda,
Bees mad
support
important.
a third of
Yeah.
our agriculture,
Mhm.
and they were endangered. They were labeled as endangered last year. So, but we're okay though because
we gonna
Walmart has a solution. Walmart has just recently patented robotic bees.
No, that's fucking Black Mirror. We saw how that goes. It's bad. People hack them and they kill people with them. It doesn't go well for anybody.
I didn't know that's a new episode. I haven't watched the new ones.
That's
last
one of the season 1.
No,
Season
it's-
3.
Way to spoil
That's
it,
season
Chad.
3. That's the last
Season
season.
3.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I've only seen 1 season of Black Mirror.
Then you saw season 3.
No.
Season 3 was the first
Okay.
Netflix season.
Anyway,
Holy shit, I didn't even know that.
Moving back to the robot
that
The
was
bees.
first episode. Did you watch the one with the Prime
Pig.
Minister?
Yeah,
the
that's the
pig?
I'm okay with weaponized bees.
robot bees.
I'm cool
Maybe
with
that
that.
discussion.
Robot bees.
Yeah.
It's scary as shit. I didn't ruin anything for you. You'll see. But
I mean, I think I
Maybe I
have
did.
seen that one then.
As long as it's like
I
Sonic and you
remember.
just hop on the bees and then you don't lose rings
And
and,
if
then
for
there's a
some
little bird
reason-
inside. I'm
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
there's a bird inside
that's
or a
good
rabbit.
robotic bee. I'm okay with
Well, I was doing some digging, and apparently Walmart is not the first to try to make robot bees. Harvard has been making them for 5 years.
but they just didn't have a patent.
They probably had a different patent, but they've been developing these bees, and I don't know if they're being used anywhere in particular, but
Yeah, to
they
do what?
exist.
Do they have
Pollinate. They're
stingers?
specifically for pollination.
I'm
No.
curious.
So they're just collecting stuff and
Yes.
then so they're taking care of that.
They're designed for like farmers to use.
I thought they were gonna. I
send
thought
out
these
over
bees were gonna create honey, and I was like, how does that work?
No, unfortunately,
does
as
that
far as I know, we do not have honey creating bee drones yet. So when the bees are gone, we may not have honey, but we will have pollen.
Because without the bees, they got to go out there with like a paintbrush, right? And
Wait.
essentially like fuck the plant, right?
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
So they gotta
that's what
by
happens.
hand or
They
by
have to
machine.
put plant cum in plant vagina.
Whose job is that?
Yeah.
How do you apply
That's
for
how
that?
you do it.
How do you apply for that?
How do you-
Plant fucker?
That was my job before I came here.
That's a job.
Planting seeds.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I see what you did.
Oh.
Anyway, that's that. But that's all that's dying.
Oh yeah, just Toys R Us, bees, and Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. But then
The
the
bees-
Avengers, they're alive for now. I'm sure one
For
of them will die in the
now.
movie though.
We'll see.
For now.
Maybe.
Who's the? I mean, maybe they'll kill Iron Man because Robert Downey Jr. wants out, or maybe this will just be the end for that cast.
You think
I
the whole
doubt-
cast?
All the Avengers die.
I doubt that.
Black
Well-
Panther gets his own movie, and then the next movie he's
He's
dead.
Well, I guess they wouldn't. Yeah. So
Guardians of the
Gets one
Galaxy.
movie, he's dead.
because I,
mean,
feel like
we know Ant-Man survives. Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out afterwards.
yeah, Robert
So,
Downey Jr.
all of them die except for Ant-Man.
Perfect.
Well, no, Ant-Man and the Wasp also could be like before this takes place
suppose.
chronologically. They do that a lot.
I do kind of see Tony Stark dying, sort of, but like he becomes the AI for the next Iron Man,
Yeah.
or Iron Maiden, whatever they do. He becomes the next Jarvis, basically.
Yeah.
That way, they can still put Robert Downey Jr.'s name on the posters and
And
like,
just use his voice.
top bill him. But then they only need to bring him into the studio for like an hour
Yeah.
for him to just kind of stand in front of a green screen and say a few lines, and then he's
Yeah.
done.
But would they keep the other AI? Like, is it Friday? Is that
Yeah.
is that what she's
They
called?
haven't really built up Friday like they did
Jarvis.
Jarvis though.
Because they had to.
Which kind of makes me think that they're not going to stick with her, that they're going to go move on to Tony.
I'd like to see some AI banter. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I'm just stoked to see Tony Stark and Star-Lord go just have dialogue together.
I have been on a like a bit of a Parks and Rec kick lately, just for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
a good show.
it was so silly, kind of like watching
Andy?
watching that trailer, and then Star-Lord shows up, and I'm like, what's Andy doing here? Oh, right. Yeah.
See, one of my favorite
He's
scenes-
so different in
yeah.
the two. He got, what is the term, marvelized, I think some YouTubers use?
Yeah.
Where he's just like super buff, but he's like a doughy, like chubby dude in
a
that
real
whole
guy.
show.
One of my favorite scenes in that whole show is just like a small little bit and just like an opening thing. He's just up on a ladder trying to hang a picture on this like thing that's hanging down, like the archway. He's going to touch it and then he just goes and sneezes and bashes his head against it. I don't know why. Like that just little thing it cracks me up every
I like the
time.
butt wiping joke.
Oh, it's like a that's
Where
an
he's like
outtake.
wiping. Is it outtake where he's like it's like wiping a marker?
That's an outtake. When
Brings
he's-
us back to butt wipes for Dollar
Dollar
Shave
Shave Glove. You should do that.
Nice tie-in. Good one. You're really working.
Wipe your butt.
That's why we brought you on the show.
Not like
Yes.
a marker.
But yeah, I mean, are you guys excited for Infinity War?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I'm waiting for the scroll to get there. I just want to know.
Who do you think is the Skrull?
Okay.
I know you have theories.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, really quick, explain why the Skrull thing even matters.
Well, I would say it would matter in regards to certain actors or actresses wanting to leave, but they want
Okay,
to.
more in context is like
Okay.
people who don't know what's going on.
What the scroll are,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Like why do we think that there's a Skrull?
So the Skrull are shapeshifters, basically, and with the introduction of Captain Marvel, Marvel, that threw me off. Marvel said that they're going to introduce the Skrull into the series now. So now with the Skrull being able to shapeshift, there is a good chances are someone on the team is a Skrull or has been one since Captain Marvel is supposed to be taking place in the 90s.
There was a big story in the comics about the Avengers being infiltrated by a Skrull for like years. And the Captain Marvel movie specifically takes place in the past, in like the 80s or something like that.
I think it's
the
90s.
90s.
So the theory is that at the end of that movie, or at some point in that movie, it's going to hint at, or it will show, a Skrull taking the place of an Avenger, somebody who was alive at the time, or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So-
And that's how they get Robert Downey Jr. out. There's so many ways.
He was just a Skrull the whole time?
Yep.
No, they're not going to do that.
But if they did, who do you guys think it would be? Yeah,
Maybe
like,
he only shifted to him for Iron Man 2 and 3.
You mean the ones we don't
The
see?
bad ones?
Yeah, that's right.
It's gonna be
And it was all
Black Widow. I
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah. She's got the most like tumultuous backstory that's easiest to explain and stuff like that.
Well, I've seen theories that say it's probably going to be someone really close to Tony because, like that would be the only thing to shake Tony up since in this case here, he created Ultron, did all that jazz. So the one thing that would really push him over the edge is if someone who he really, really, really cared about,
Pepper?
which is either Pepper Potts or Rhodey, turned out to be a Skrull.
Oh my God, what if Rhodey?
Or
As Don Cheadle?
Favreau's
That's why they-
character. Happy.
Ooh, I never thought about Happy.
Yeah.
That's why it's totally, sorry, it could totally be happy just because he loves to put himself into scenarios like that. But, sorry, that threw me off. What if the Skrull explains why they changed actors for Rhodey? It was
Nobody
a Skrull. Nobody noticed that he switched to Don Cheadle.
Terrence Howard just like locked away.
No, they noticed. They just didn't want to be the first person to say anything about it.
Yeah,
That's
they're like-
really it. They don't want to be that person that says it, because yeah, like Don Cheadle's like, I know you're gonna say something. Don't be the first one.
They don't want to go up.
Don't do it.
They don't want to
touch
go
it.
up to him and
Don't
go
touch
War
it.
Machine. You're
Don't-
looking a little
Hey man, you look.
God damn!
That was it. The
It
whole
was
time.
Cuba Gooding Jr., right?
No,
it
it
was
was
Terrence
Terrence
Howard.
Howard.
Terrence Howard, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
They are the
Gooding
same
Jr. doesn't do
shade.
shit
though.
either.
Yeah.
You get past. You get past. You
Pass on
slide.
what?
You slide.
I thought it was Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, but War Machine already got his broken legs, unless it's a front. Unless
Yeah.
he's faking his broken legs.
Which he could.
He's gonna just start walking around.
See,
I'll lose my mind
See-
if he shifts back into Terrence Howard.
and I was
swear to God.
gonna say
Like-
something else, but you haven't seen Black Panther, so I'm not gonna say it.
Or Nick Fury.
It's Nick Fury?
He just shows
Although
up again.
Nick Fury's supposed to kill Vision eventually. Or the Watcher eventually. So
Spoiler.
So what movies have you seen so far?
that's the
Because I don't want to
comics.
say
They're not
anything.
necessarily gonna
I just
follow
need to
that,
catch
but-
up on Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther.
So you've seen the other Thors though.
Yes, with the exception of the last 10 minutes of Dark World because my plane landed.
The last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is Dark World the one with the red goo that infects Natalie Portman?
The ether?
Sure,
they're
whatever.
flying
It's
around.
red goop.
Yeah. Yeah,
that
that's it.
gets stuck
Is
in her.
Natalie Portman Jane Foster?
Yes, she is.
Yes, but she's
Man.
done. She quit.
That sucks, because she would have been dope.
You mean like as
As
Oh,
Thor.
as female Thor.
that would
yeah.
be Hemsworth's way out of it?
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's Jane Foster's Thor in the comics
Mhm,
right now.
mhm.
Or at least last time I read Thor. For
Yeah, I
Thor
know
Wonder
they do
Woman, which wasn't that long ago.
And they see, I can't say anything because you haven't seen it.
I'm sorry.
I keep saying stuff, but I know
I'll watch
I'm
it
not
soon.
Gonna...
Kids prevent that. But Ragnarok just came out, so I'm gonna watch that. On,
Really fun
Blu-ray
movie.
or-
Very
Why
fun.
did you decide to have kids, Chad? They clearly just make everything worse.
Decide is a strong word.
They're
I'm just
Skrulls.
kidding.
They're the scroll.
kidding.
That's it. They don't want you
What
to see it,
Chad
so they're the-
decided to do was bang it out, which who would not decide to do that, to be fair? That's a great decision.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I'd like to see what's going on with the community, starting with a featured fan art. Cool. Let's go ahead and bring that up.
Yes.
Victorian's not here.
Or
That's
Catechus. I know, what a bummer. I'll have to make sure he sees it. I love. Is he fighting a stand?
He's fighting Star Platinum.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or versus
Cata-
Cata from Catechus. I love this.
Really good.
That's amazing.
This might be one of my favorite things ever. I swear to God, every time we show off some art with Catechus, I say, I want to make a show out of this character.
I like how
wanna do something
the
with
bottom hands are fighting, but the top ones look like
They're in
they've
the
come
middle
to an
swing.
agreement.
They've already resolved. They're like,
they've come to an agreement.
They're going for high
Oh, the very, very top is up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, the
Hey!
very
They're
top.
like high-fiving.
Sam, what was that?
No. Almost got me.
So close.
Lie, tried to hit me that secret SS shit right there.
All right, well, we do have a question from the community as well, specifically from Time Freezer 4. And he asks, if we can pull that up, now that you guys create your own fight music, do you base the pace of the fight to go with the music or the beat of the music to match the fight? This is an interesting kind of question because it goes into kind of like the discussion of, how our animators animate. Unfortunately, Torian's not here to.
There's a word for it in movies as well.
That's really good.
For the track they use to edit to.
Oh, you're talking about like temp tracks and stuff like that?
Yeah. Essentially, that's how most
Surprise,
of the animators work, is with temp tracks.
Generally speaking, an animator will, our animators will work with temp tracks to kind of like help with the feel of the animation. It really depends on the animator and what kind of style they prefer. Some animators, I know Torian likes animating to music, so does Luis, but a couple of our animators have just animated without music, and then we just time the music to that, which we will always time our own custom music to whatever the animation is. Like the music comes last, essentially. We don't make the music first and then build the animation around the music, which I think is what the question's at.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But because we've been making a bunch of our own custom music lately, it's been much easier to do that too.
And as you'll see with this JoJo Kenshiro, they were kind of built alongside each other a little bit, with like a lot of feedback from the animator and the musician.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And
music.
it,
Awesome.
like, man, the music really ties the whole fight together on this one super good. Because like as you heard a little bit in that, like when this trumpet start coming in and stuff, and it does a little Star Platinum bit.
Yeah, that was
good.
the Werewolf Therewolf guys. We've been working with two musicians lately for these episodes. Brandon Yates did the music for the last episode, Raven versus Twilight. For this episode coming up, it's Werewolf Therewolf.
Yep.
It's a group of guys who Austin has known for a while, and they've done a couple of our episodes already, but they decided to take kind of like almost a jazzy feel with this one,
great.
which
I
is
love it.
awesome. I think it's one of my favorite tracks.
Star
we've had.
Platinum's
Yeah.
like, theme is very jazzy. So.
Yeah, and we love incorporating little elements from like the shows and the characters into the music. Like that's a must-have kind of thing for me.
Yeah, and like Nate Wants to Battle did one for us way back.
Yes.
That was very, very referenced. That was the Pokemon Digimon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Did basically a mashup of the current tracks aren't really straight up mashups, but we did used to do a lot of mashups. So Brandon has made a couple mashups for us. Nate made a mashup for Pokemon and Digimon, which is awesome.
Yep.
You should definitely go check that episode out again after this because it's better than you remember it.
But hold on to your hearts.
Except for that ending, it's brutal. It's way more brutal than it was supposed to be.
Yes, it was.
There was a question that somebody asked like ages ago that was like, is there anything you wish you could do differently about Death Battle? And I think my answer would be, go back and make that death a little less like randomly violent, because it just threw me off the first time I saw it.
I thought it was just. I thought it was quite appropriate. These are gigantic beasts. And it's like, I was like, I wouldn't want to die any other way.
It wasn't supposed to be that violent though.
It wasn't. It was the sadness was supposed to be in the line where he protects him, and then they does one line, and then it overtakes him. That's where the sadness was supposed to be. But instead, Torian broke his legs and had him like.
Which was a joke. We joked about making the ending like super brutal, where the legs would get broken, and like he'd be hugging Charizard as Charizard dissolves into nothing in his arms, and then like this terrible thing. And he ended up incorporating elements of it into the ending, and it was too late to change it by the time we needed to air it.
And there's supposed to be a little alleviating joke at the end about the marshmallow, but it wasn't time in animation. So that was gone.
Wait, so what was the
Death Battle production has vastly improved since then.
Because it starts with the marshmallow.
It starts the marshmallow.
Yeah,
so at the very end, there's supposed to be a little thing with Greymon, or what the hell is his name?
Tai and Agumon.
Agumon, thank you.
I don't remember the exact line.
Yeah, I don't remember the line either, but Agumon's supposed to go up and make a little joke about the marshmallow at the end. Is what was supposed to happen, to be like, remember, it's kind of fun. And again, he's not supposed to be lying in his own blood with his legs broken in weird directions. But, sometimes that happens. Like, everyone's reaction was just like, oh my God. And we're like, it says death.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, with any kind of action scene, you're not really supposed to like change the tone of it super drastically all of a sudden, go from just like this kind of fun, like lighthearted fight to suddenly like blood and gore all over the place, which I feel like we kind of crossed the line for that one a bit. But
nah.
I remember I was the one that suggested he should hug Charizard, get in front of the ball of death, and just say, I'm sorry.
We do it all the time.
Like, get over
we do it all the time. We talk about like the worst possible deaths and like the most disgusting and brutal and just like violently hilarious. I don't really know how to describe over the top, essentially. The most over the top deaths. And sometimes we're able to get away with it, like with Batman versus Black Panther, when one of them gets eaten by a killer whale. But more often than not, we kind of got to like figure out what death is like most appropriate for the characters and how we're presenting them and stuff like that. So it's a complicated process, death battles. All right. But speaking of which, it's time for the community death battle. Sly Cooper versus Rouge the Bat. This was the one suggested to us last week. The Battle of the Furry Thieves. So that's fun.
When you frame it like that.
I mean, they are covered in fur.
They're covered in fur. They are thieves.
Yeah.
Actually.
And one of them may have stolen Ben's
Does
heart.
Rouge have a lot of fur? She's got fur on the head.
head.
She just skin the rest of her body?
That's weird.
She's got it where it
There's
matters.
probably fur in other places that I don't want to explore further.
Where it matters.
Where it matters?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should move away from that.
Either
But anyway,
way, Sly's covered in it. Unless he's just straight up skin under there.
Anyway, we've got some answers from you guys, letting us know who you think would win. And we can bring up the answer from Red Warrior right now. I think this is for Sly. And a Red Warrior says, Sly is durable enough to survive a stone wall, being slammed into a stone wall, strong enough to destroy Clockwork's face, assuming it's made of steel. That's over 40,000 pounds per square inch.
Yep.
He can take hits from tank rounds, turn invisible, take bullets, and his costumes from Sly 4 allow him to slow down time or even become fireproof. This is pretty impressive.
Yep.
All right, and we got an answer from Sirius Spike Sam for Rouge. And he says, Rouge is faster, can fight on par with Knuckles. Her gadgets and abilities can match Sly's, and they're both masters of quick wits and stealth. If Rouge can sense the presence of Espio, a master ninja, I doubt Sly could ever get the jump on her.
Is Rouge faster?
Probably. She does have to
Because she's in
keep
the
up
Sonic
with a lot of
universe.
these super fast people.
I'm sure.
She can't keep up with Knuckles, and while Knuckles isn't supposed to be as fast as Sonic, he's still a pretty quick dude.
Yeah.
But is it like her flying speed, or is she like running like
combat
Sonic? Gotcha.
Just a combat speed kind of thing. She's on par with Knuckles.
With
in terms of
Knuckles,
combat
yeah.
Speed. They fight to duel or to draws.
I'm leaning towards Sly. What's like? I know almost nothing about Rouge. What's her like most destructive thing that she's done? Like her.
Enter the Sonic franchise.
Bravo, Sam.
Yep, there you
Bravo.
go.
Set that up, and you just knocked that out.
I mean, neither of these characters are like super
City
destructive
crushing, yeah.
people, but
Yeah.
but both of them could easily destroy,
But
like take down
Sly,
a wall, maybe take down a building if they have enough time.
Sly has good video games though. Which is
Yeah.
You're just.
no, Sonic has good video games.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. Are you gonna look me in the eye and tell me Rouge the Bat has good video games?
No, but I don't know what that matters in a fight.
Rouge the Bat is in okay video games.
Yeah, not selling it for me.
I don't know why
Sly.
what this has anything to do with the death battle though.
His games, I think when we're looking at it this way, plus what he said about, you know, being able to break a steel clock, you know, like 40,000 PSI, there was numbers, then She Faster doesn't sell it for me. She Faster does not sell it for me.
Okay.
So you gotta give me some hard numbers.
He's broken stone, he's broken steel, there's a steel door, and the clockwork dude's head.
Both of them can do that. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're going to be pretty on par in terms of strength.
The real question is how much of an advantage is flight?
Ooh.
Because
Yeah.
She
She's
can
got
fly.
flight. He's got potentially better stealth, but if she can sense where Espio is, she can find him. Because Espio can just literally turn invisible, and he's trained to be a ninja. So she could probably find him regardless. And yes, she would probably have the maneuverability advantage. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards her.
what if
She also has government training, whereas he's kind of like just kind of a rogue, like doing things.
But he's been
But
trained in the family. Like he's
his
got a
suit-
whole
he's been
like.
trained
as a
Yeah.
thief. As
Yeah.
a thief.
Mm.
I don't know about necessarily a
His
combatant.
suit can slow down time. Let's go back to this part where he can slow down time.
Yeah, and then he just canes her real good.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can see the slow down time thing kind of winning it
I'm
for
gonna
him.
go with Sly.
Yeah.
Slow down time, kills her with his
I
staff.
think she might be able to take it though.
Phrasing.
I think they're.
I mean, regardless of
honestly-
what we say.
They're both very charismatic, so I think they're gonna banter a lot, and I think he's just so sly, and
God,
He's got better bands.
and that little cane of his is also a lockpick, so I think he also has the key to her heart.
You don't know Rouge at all.
Rouge has been fooled on multiple occasions, hasn't she?
No.
She couldn't get out of a
No?
prison in like Sonic X or something like that. She just chilled out, so I wasn't too impressed
In
with that.
Sonic 2, she gets locked into a prison
And she was just
because
chilling,
she's trying to
waiting for
get some
Shadow.
emeralds.
And then Shadow was like, "You get yourself out of trouble." So I was like, "Nah, she's just baggage. That's it."
Well,
I don't know about that. She does trick Eggman into thinking that Rouge is so good at being at espionage that she is able to dupe Eggman into thinking that she is not a government agent, even though she introduces herself as Rouge the Bat. He knows that she is Rouge the Bat. He also knows that there is a government agent named Rouge the Bat. And so, like, near the end of the game, there's a scene where he finds out that she's the government agent, or no, it's Shadow, where Shadow finds out that she's the agent, and he's like, "You're that government agent, Rouge the Bat." I'm like, "Yeah, she introduced herself as that. Did you not figure that out?"
Yeah, I think that's more so that they're fucking morons.
Then she's good.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Maybe.
she might be fucking terrible. That's like James Bond introducing himself as James Bond. Like, he's not worried about being a spy and people finding out he's there.
He doesn't introduce himself as James Bond when he's doing spy work, though.
When he
Casino
drinks,
Royale,
though.
he rolls up and he's like, yeah, James Bond. Like, he just puts the hotel under something because he's like, yeah, I know they're going to
No
find
one asked
out.
for
I'm
his
not trying
name.
to
He just
fucking
rolled up
hide.
and said
Like,
James
Was that
Bond.
them being stupid or her just being so witty and charming or whatever that they just
No, she's
can't
charming,
think
yeah.
correctly?
He's charming too, though.
I mean, maybe it's
He's
a double
charming
bluff.
to like a dopey level, though.
No,
But
no.
the ladies love a dope occasionally every once in a while.
We're not trying to hook him up. They're fighting
But
to
I'm
the
saying
death.
he's gonna use
Stop
that.
going
He's
here.
gonna use that to trick her.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Don't
He's gonna get her in bed and then kill her.
that
Don't
eyeshadow
discount
does not
charisma.
work on him.
I guess he always
I'm worried
gets
that I
away
know
with
that's eyeshadow.
tricking Carmelita. I can't recall a time when Carmelita pulled a fast one on him. The cop who's after him.
Yeah.
See,
I'm gonna go with Sly.
That he also wants to smash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I brought it up. See, it's a thing.
You think you might get distracted by Rouge?
No.
I really did not think the seduction game would be an aspect
very
of this
important.
battle.
I think that might be
But
an aspect.
It's a
though.
very important
Yeah.
aspect. We can't address that in
Also,
Death Battle.
Sly has a much better character design.
Like, she doesn't even really look like a bat.
Do you think? What does Sonic look like?
I mean,
you think
that's true.
Knuckles looks like an echidna? Have you looked at
No,
Knuckles
God.
lately?
I mean, they don't
Have you
really.
seen that? It's like in one of the new Sonic comics where he's like, "What's that?" It's like this guy's like, "It's a hedgehog." He's like, "Why does it have shoes?" It's super funny.
Out of all the characters, I think Rouge looks the most like her animal, except for maybe Tails.
Just because it's got wings on it,
Just because it's got like bad ears and wings.
you could
Yeah,
legit.
Tails is pretty
That's
fun.
literally
could-
more than most of them have.
You could rip her wings off and just be like, "It's Rouge the Mouse," and we'd
Her-
be like, "Okay." Like,
Her arms should be coming out of the tip of her wings.
yeah, her hands,
Oh, that'd
yeah,
be
they
crazy.
should be.
I'm just saying.
That would be better character
It
design.
would.
How would you put on shirts? Like, how do you
She
do
also
that?
shouldn't have boobs,
All
right?
It's 2018.
Let's-
she
let's-
can.
Let's
She
go
can.
ahead and bring up you guys' poll. See who you think wins this community death battle.
Ha!
Boom.
All right.
Victory.
Looks like Sly wins.
It's the seduction
Yeah.
game is what got it. That's what.
Sly's
that's
seduction
what,
game beat
that's what,
hers?
That's
Yeah.
what covered the whatever percent. My eyes are bad, so I can't see that. That's what pushed
You
it
know,
over the
yeah,
edge.
because if you're gonna say that Rouge the Bat has the seduction skills,
Here it comes.
she's never seduced an audience because she sucks and we don't like her.
You'd
She
be
needs to get out of our
surprised.
fucking franchises. Okay, yeah,
No,
sure,
she's seduced a certain type of audience.
yeah, but
Yeah, Google Rouge the Bat. See how
I'm just
far it
gonna,
takes you.
I'm actually gonna skip on shit talking now.
All right.
All right, well, we've got another community death battle. This one is requested by Bubblegum Cal using the
Yeah, that's a dope name.
form that is linked under every single video we have on YouTube. And it is
Such a cool name.
Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z
Okay.
versus Aquaman.
That's actually pretty fucking good. I kind of
Aquaman
think,
will fuck him up.
I don't
I
know.
kind of
about that.
think
I
Yamcha
don't
might
know.
win.
Are we what Aquaman?
That's a good.
Are we?
Oh,
Jason Mimosa, Aquaman.
God, I don't know.
Are you talking like
Also-
Super Friends Aquaman, or are you talking like I'm a fucking badass with a hook Aquaman?
Are we
Looking
talking
at the chat right now, guys in the chat, which Aquaman do you think it should be? Let me
Jason
know.
Mimosa.
And are we
I'm
talking
saying
in
Mimosa.
water, out of water? Like
I would assume water is involved.
On a
but
beach.
Not necessarily in it. Maybe Aquaman can bring them. Yeah, on a
they're
beach.
fighting on
Yeah.
the dock.
Yeah, they start somewhere where water is like available and flying through the air is also available.
I feel like that's gonna be some of the fight. Like Aquaman's gonna be sitting there in water, and Yamcha's just gonna be flying up way above the ocean. They're gonna be like, "Let's just, who wants to do this?" Like,
Well, if he's near the ocean, he can just make a water pillar. Like, whatever. We'll let them.
I don't
think he
we'll
can
let
make
them.
a water
We'll
pillar
discuss
that
this
high.
next time.
we've got a couple of people just saying composite Aquaman. So everything.
Okay.
So everything Aquaman versus everything Yamcha. That's
They just want to see Yamcha
So he's
die
bringing the
again.
ocean with him. He's bringing all the fishies with him.
Well, we'll see. All right, let us know who you think would win this community death battle using the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. We will chat about it next week. And we'll see if Yamcha does stand a chance this time. Yeah, and you can always request a death battle or a community death battle or a DBX using that form that is linked in our YouTube videos. All right, so I think that about covers it today.
Just real quick, hey, I honestly don't know how long it's going on for, but as of right now, where there's a huge sale on the Rooster Teeth store, and a bunch of our stuff is on sale. So like a bunch of our T-shirts and hats and stuff are like $2. No joke, crazy discount. So if you guys are waiting around looking to pick up some merchandise, now's the time. So head over to store.roosterteeth.com.
Also, if you're watching this live, it is about to hit 5 o'clock, and the latest death battle, not the Kenshiro Jotaro one, but the last one, is going to air on Rooster Teeth TV right now. So you can jump into there and join that chat if you have some extra time. We'd love to see you there.
And if you're watching this on the archive, then you missed it. First membership, free trial.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
We'll see you next week.